Hey Fruit Faces, it is Claire Berry, and I want to talk with you guys today. I've actually been meaning to do this video. I tried to record it a couple different times and I wasn't coming out how I wanted, so I'm going to try again here. Lately, I've been really reconsidering a lot of things that I said in the past on cheating. I know that those of you who know me, those of you who watch me, you know that I'm not too incredibly strict with my diet. And ever since I've started, you can go back to the very beginning of my videos 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago almost now, and see that I've been this way from the beginning. And I really think there is value in not becoming orthorexic and not becoming too strict, too hard on yourself, eating a variety of foods, letting yourself have looser days, enjoy your holidays and things like this. However, I'm becoming less and less a fan of these cheat times, cheat days, cheat holidays, and everything like that. I'm moving slowly to, not to say you shouldn't treat yourself, because I think the two things are very different. To cheat is not necessarily to treat. And we need to I think, especially for me, I want to get the cheating out of my system. I want to get that out of my mind. And I don't want it to even be a part of my vocabulary that, oh, I'm cheating on my diet or whatever. And the focus needs to go towards the treat. What's the difference? Well, a cheat is something that you're indulging in that's not on your plan, that's not about your plan. It feels naughty, it is naughty, and it's probably gonna have some consequences. It's not gonna make you feel good. As for this treat idea, I really just feel like a lot of it is figuring out which tastes, which cravings can you really not live without. Which cravings do you get that really mess you up? It's kind of like you need to search and destroy. Like, search for those worst things. And again, you're gonna have to do this over and over again. And if your goal, like me, is to just get healthier and healthier and healthier, you want to keep doing this every couple weeks, every month or so that you can continue to get better and better and better. To me, that's always the goal. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other, getting a little bit better than I was yesterday, better than last week, better than last year is my main competition. I want to search and destroy, seek for and destroy all of these old habits that are holding me back. Does that mean I want to cut out every single treat in my life and never have a cheat day or a treat day? No, I really still believe, I've been a big fan of eating differently on the weekends than I do on the weekday. And that may not be for all people because everybody's lifestyle is different, but when you get to this point where your Monday through Friday is looking really good, you want to move on towards just tweaking those treats. And again, you're not giving up your treats. Don't give up your treats. It's not recommended. Nobody recommends that. If they do, don't listen to them because that's crazy. I don't think the entire idea of treating yourself through food is a bad thing to do. I mean, I come from such a family where we are just such foodies. We've always been foodies. We used to travel almost just for food. We, it's a big part of celebration. And again, I don't even want to throw that part out of my life. I love, celebrating with my boys, getting them treats when they do something good. And although I think it can be a bad habit if you're eating the wrong foods, I don't think, again, that the idea is completely negative. And again, just take your treats and keep on making them step by step healthier and healthier. First you veganize them, then you can cut some of that extra salt, fat, etc., processed foods. Keep cutting it out. Just chip away at it. And, in the end, not in the end, because there is no end. You're always getting better. You're always going to be able to keep taking steps forward no matter how healthy you think you are. It's the beauty of life. There's always something else to learn. For instance, so first I started adding my little sweetener drops, the stevia drops, and then I started adding more lemon water. And now I add lemon with peppermint oil. And this it's taken that special little treat, that healthy have it, and it's taken it to the next level to where it just gives me this fuzzy feeling of happiness and warmth. It's like specialized to me. I love it. It makes me feel like it's kind of a naughtier drink, like a mojito. It feels so special. It just feels special. It's a special thing that I know I'm doing for myself, and it is a treat, even though it's super duper healthy. So that's one example. The other example would be going from coffee, cutting out the coffee, saying, okay, well, I'll do some tea. Getting the chai tea. I found it in bulk, organic, fair trade. So I'm even cutting down the cost, getting better in that way. And I'll show you guys right here. Scoop it out, put it in my little tea bag, my little silicone tea bags. And I have one of this a day. Don't want to go overboard. I have a little bit, and instead of putting first, like in the old days, I used to do chai lattes and coffee with regular milk probably, and then you know, I've moved on to like soy milk, and then even to take it a step healthier, I decided to go ahead and get some quinoa milk, because the quinoa milk has 0 grams of fat. And so that is another example of how I've taken a special treat for myself, and I've just got healthier and healthier and healthier with it, to where now, even though it's still a special treat, it's not cheating in any way. So this is the idea, okay? On holidays, my mashed potatoes, they went, you know, a long time ago, I would eat regular mashed potatoes. And then as a vegan, I decided, okay, I'm going to use vegan, you know, things for my mashed potatoes. And even if I'm doing it on a holiday where other people are going to taste it and I want to, you know, make it really, really, really taste good, I still can cut down the fat pretty low. And like for the kids, I might let them add their fake butter and their, you know, more fattening things. And again, I'll add some mushroom soup, or I'll add some of the quinoa milk to make an even more low-fat version for myself. Normally, I would just put like this soup in there, maybe some veggie stock, or hell, I'll just eat mashed potatoes with seasonings on it and not even worry about any additional stuff at all. But again, on the holidays, you know, you want to have that little something. And in the future, I feel like I'm going to even make my holiday meals even more healthier and healthier. But for now, you know, I still splurge on that. I really recommend going for what you really like. I feel like the last holiday season, I really would have done better and enjoyed it a little bit more if I would have just paid more attention to what I wanted. I am glad I did the key lime pie for Easter, especially since the alternative was like this lemon thing that my family used to make. But I think in the future, I'm going to get the Ben & Jerry's and just have that on the holidays, because again, if you're going to treat, you want to make sure, if you're going to cheat, you really want to make sure that it's exactly what you want, that it's worth it and all of that. And again, doing that, you know, a couple times a year, not a problem. But do I want to do that on a regular basis? No. On a regular basis, if I have a sweet tooth like that and I really want some ice cream and I don't want to just make some ice cream, I'm going to be getting sorbet. It's fat-free, it's vegan, it's wonderful, and it really, you know, even if I want to put some chocolate syrup on there, I can have fat-free vegan chocolate syrup. There's organic kinds, or even if you get the non-organic kind, it's still fat-free and it's still vegan. So just might not be other healthy ingredients. So chocolate syrup is another thing that, you know, you can put it on your oatmeal, you can put it on whatever, and it's a great way to have a really super tasty treat without cheating. Okay, so you see how it goes. You know, take what you want. Another thing, and I'll be showing you guys this week, when I go to the grocery store. Two things. When I go to the grocery store, I like to get kombucha. Pretty expensive. You know, this isn't sort of a cheat item in any sense of the word. There's no fat. It's not bad for you at all. It's just expensive is the only bad part about that. So I still get that when I go to the store, but if I start craving it or something for whatever reason, I'll just take the apple cider vinegar and add some orange juice or lemon juice or whatever, maybe just a little bit of different type of juice to the apple cider vinegar. And it's a very similar type of drink, so save money that way. The other thing at the grocery store that I started getting, you might have seen it, is the sandwiches. It's a chickpea curry vegan sandwich, which has the vegan mayonnaise. And of course the vegan mayonnaise has a lot of fat. It has probably quite a good amount of salt in it. And I notice after I eat it, I kind of puff up a little bit. So of course, and the other part about it that I don't like is because you can't even tell how much fat or salt is in there. And I've been trying to track like all the time. So, because I enjoy it and it keeps me on track. So I'm telling myself, no, you don't need to get that. Just go ahead and go in. I got some coconut yogurt that I'm going to just make my own type of sandwich that's the same deal. So again, I'm taking that treat and I'm just making it a little bit better. I plan to also do this with the awesome bean salad that we got, because I could sit there and eat the whole, I mean, it only comes in like, size about this big, but I can eat a lot. So, I'm sitting there eating this stuff and it's got so much salt. It's got 2.5 grams of fat for half cup. So multiply that by, 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever. And then, then it's kind of a cheat item. So basically I just want to figure out, how can I make this just leave out the oil, leave out, there's so many things that you can just tweak in certain ways. This is kind of what vegan cooking has always been about, but I just challenge you to keep on going with it, figure out what those tips are, what those little cheats are, to where you can have your favorite foods and make them just a little bit healthier, a little bit better, and, of course, more vegan than they ever were if you're not at that vegan stage. So hopefully this helps people. I really feel like this has been a big theme in my life lately. And again, I'm just trying to cut down, on my weekend splurges, instead of splurging out and spending a lot of money and having a lot of fat and salt by buying Chinese takeout, pizza, things like that on the weekends. I plan ahead and I'll have macaroni, which still has a lot of salt, but not as much fat. I'll have my mashed potatoes, so quick and easy. Don't have to wait. Don't have to deal with the pizza boy or anything. Just whip up some mashed potatoes. Again, on the weekends, I don't feel like cooking a lot of times, especially if I'm, don't have the boys around. I'm just relaxing, like on vacation. I just simply boil some water, add the instant potatoes. Again, it may not be the healthiest thing, but it is better than the alternative, which would have been takeout or something like that. So I feel like I've really changed my habits and I'm eating out a lot less, which again is saving me lots of money, tons of salt and fat, and also a lot of probably other toxins, GMOs and everything as well. So plan ahead, buy your stuff in bulk. Really just have everything on hand, make sure and know yourself, again, know your treats. One of the reasons why I did the sorbet so much is because a lot of times late at night or whatever, I'll get a craving for sour. And one of the things I was doing, I got some sour candy, some like Mambas for a while, and I had that. And I was just thinking, even if I have to pay a little bit more for the sorbet, that'll be a healthier treat. Plus there's no palm oil in it, which is no bueno. And, then again, instead of spending all this money on this sorbet, I actually got some of the drops. I got some orange stevia drops. I got some chocolate raspberry stevia drops, and I got some berries from the store that I can put into my ice cream and hopefully have the same sort of flavors and kind of make a nice cream sorbet to save myself a lot of money. So you get my drift here. I think I've made myself clear. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, additional advice for everybody. Are there things that you can share with us that you have also done this with, that you have really changed? I know when I started, it was like the first thing I did it with was salsa. How can I make a salsa with a little bit less, salt? I went from eating tortilla chips to eating baked chips to making my own chips and having rice cakes. Mexican food, we went from having a regular refried beans to having fat-free refried beans to having just homemade refried beans from scratch. Basically just blended up pinto beans with spices and stuff added. So again, let us know if you guys have anything that you've done this with, that you just tweaked things and changed and got better and better and better, or let us know if there's something that you feel like you really crave, something that throws you off, that you cheat on. Excuse me. that you would really like some help with changing and tweaking to where you can make it a little bit healthier or more vegan or whatever your issue is. So thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. I really thank you for being here, spending time with me, hanging out with me, keeping me company. And I hope you're having a great day. Talk to you later. Don't forget to eat your fruit. Bye.